Thank you very much for joining this webinar on behalf of the Women in Engineering Committee of the World Federation of Engineering Organizations. I welcome you to this webinar under the theme Empowering Women Engineers, AI-Driven Innovation and Entrepreneurship. On behalf, I would like to set up the existing protocols. The president of the World Federation of Engineering Organizations, Engineer Sen Shantan, the executive director of WFEO, Mr. Jack De Morel, founding and senior members of WFEO Women in Engineering Committee, Dr. Marlene Kangan, who is the past president of WFEO, Marie-Helene Ther, who was the first WE chair from France, Bashar Awad, Kuwait Society of Engineers, the second chair, Engineer Valerie Aberaraba, from the Nigerian Society of Engineers, who was the third Women in Engineering chair, and then Engineer Yetunde Holloway, also from the Nigerian Society of Engineers, who was the fourth WE chair of WFEO. And WFEO team leads, presidents and chairs of Women in Engineering groups across all the WFEO regions and national professional engineering associations. Members of the WFEO Secretariat, I will want to mention the support of Ivan and so much, who has helped us to set this up. The WE Ghana Secretariat team, distinguished speakers, special invited guests, fellow engineers, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor to welcome you to this year's program under the theme Empowering Women Engineers, AI-Driven Innovation and Entrepreneurship. I would wish to extend my appreciation to Team 2 leadership team for their commitment to engineering workforce capacity building, because this theme is actually set up to strategize and strengthen female engineers and to retain female engineers and to encourage them to take up leadership positions and to cause them to climb the leadership ladder. So Team 2 says that engineering workforce capacity building with a focus on strengthening female engineering retention and leadership across all WFEO regions. I want to acknowledge with gratitude the strong collaboration between the WFEO Secretariat in Paris and the WE Secretariat in Ghana. Our joint efforts have ensured the successful preparation and delivery of today's event. Additionally, I would like to acknowledge the WE Executive Committee members who continue to provide strategic direction across all our thematic areas. I also warmly welcome our distinguished speakers who agreed at short notice to be speakers for this webinar, as well as participants joining us from across all WFEO regions, including Africa, the Americas, Europe, the Arab region, and Asia Pacific. The purpose of this webinar, I will like to say that, is directly towards improving our opportunities and challenges in terms of artificial intelligence, reshaping global engineering practice, spanning infrastructure, manufacturing, digital design, energy systems, health technologies, and more. And it also creates new frontiers for innovation, entrepreneurship, and leadership. Women engineers continue to stand as the threshold of this transformation. However, there continues to be gaps to access financing, mentorship, visibility, digital infrastructure, and robust professional networks. So it's in terms of addressing these gaps that we set up this webinar. So in conclusion, I would like to say that as we gather together, let us continue to reaffirm our commitment and promote equity, diversity, excellence, and evidence-based decision-making. So I want to thank you for your participation, and I wish us all a productive and engaging webinar. I will hand over to Theme 2 lead, the Vice Chair for our strategic Theme 2 lead, who is in the person of Dr. Nassirah Laloo, to take over from here. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you a lot, Chair. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone joining us from across the world. Like Chair mentioned, I'm Dr. Nassirah Laloo, and I'm honored to serve as the lead for Theme 2 Engineering Workforce Capacity Building within the WFEO Women in Engineering Committee. Phyllis, if we can share the slides.
I'm going to share, I'm sharing it.
A brief of why Theme 2 exists actually and the gap that we must close. Engineering continues to be a field where women are significantly underrepresented, especially in leadership and decision-making roles. Despite progress, many talented women leave the profession or feel invisible within structures where their voices and contributions should matter. This lack of representation creates three major consequences. First, it limits the diversity of perspectives, shaping the technologies and infrastructure of tomorrow. Second, it weakens the global engineering talent pipeline, and importantly, it discourages young women who do not see themselves represented in leadership positions. Theme 2 exists to address this challenge systematically and sustainably. Our purpose and what Theme 2 will do about this. Through this theme, our commitment is to empower women not only to enter engineering, but to stay, thrive, and live. The leadership is important. To achieve this, our actions will focus on enhancing the leadership visibility for women engineers, supporting career progression through mentorship and networking, encouraging female-led innovation, entrepreneurship, and startups, collaborating with national members, institutions, and industry, building inclusive workplace, education cultures. Ultimately, we aim to develop a global ecosystem of support, visibility, and opportunity for women engineers at all stages of their professional journey. In line with the broader strategic framework, we recognize that technological transformation, AI, digitalization, and demographics are reshaping the engineering profession. The future workforce must be equitable, future-ready, and capable of leading innovation responsibly. Women's participation is not optional. It is essential for global progress and sustainable development. The purpose of today's session, in fact, today's gathering, is an important step towards building confidence and career pathways, is strengthening networks across borders, creating partnerships for skills, development and innovation, sharing knowledge on AI-driven entrepreneurship as an emerging opportunity space, inspiring the next generation of female engineers and leaders. This session is a catalyst. Your engagement today helps shape the direction of our collective work. As we move ahead, let us carry one clear message. Women belong in engineering not only as participants, but as leaders, innovators, and decision makers shaping the future. I look forward to today's discussion and to meaningful collaboration ahead. Let me introduce Dr. Sheeba Armoogum from Mauritius. Dr. Sheeba Armoogum, she's Associate Professor in ICT, Cybersecurity Researcher, and founder of the Cybersecurity and Forensics Research Group. Her work spans ethical AI, national cyber governance, and advanced digital resilience solution. Today, she will share insights on women leading in digital. The title for her speech is Digital Inclusion and Communication, using AI and SMS tools for engagement. Please welcome Dr. Armoogum. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And okay. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So just give me a moment. I'm just setting my... Okay, good afternoon to everyone, your members of WFEO, Women in Engineering, and participants who have joined us across continents. A warm welcome to you all, and thank you for giving me this honor to present myself. And it is a privilege to speak to a forum like this. And as you can see, my topic today is about digital inclusion and communication using AI and SMS tools for engagement. It's something different. And I invite you to rethink innovation. I think I'm not visible. Just hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I invite you to rethink what is innovation. So we often imagine AI through the perception of like high-end computing, robotics, or maybe something like an advanced applications, etc. But the truth is, some of the most transformative impact, it can happen when AI meets low technology channels, particularly like SMS. So let's see, for example, in regions where connectivity is like, we do have low power connectivity. So it is uneven, and digital literacy is still, it's evolving. So AI-powered SMS, that can become the single most powerful equalizer, according to me. So it is a kind of, reminder that technology becomes useful, or it is meaningful, only when everyone can access it, irrespective of income, geography, gender, or device ownership itself. So what digital inclusion means in 2025, as you can see, that is in the slide. So digital inclusion today is like a concept with a different dynamics. The first thing we come across is about the access, that means reliability, affordable mobile connectivity. That's what we aim at. And the skills. It's not just about operational digital skills, but also the critical understanding and also the cyber awareness. What do we talk about digital inclusion? Next is about the participation, that is, which is going to allow people to access health, education, civic information, entrepreneurship, and public services. One thing very important is trust, because this is which is the most important, and which is for users to feel safe when they are using the digital tools. So the reality in many global South countries, I would like to say, it is revealing that even though smartphone penetration is going higher, there is a significant share of the population, sometimes up to 40% or more, they still rely on basic feature phones. Many do not have access to stable 4G or Wi-Fi. We all know about that. So others, there are categories of people, they can't afford the data packages all the time. This also, we must agree to that. And in some communities, surprisingly, women rely on phones shared with household or borrowed momentarily, etc. So in those kind of environment, SMS is not outdated. Like we speak about nowadays, SMS is like an outdated as the kind of a legacy system kind method or something. It is not outdated. I'm going to talk about that. So it is one channel that reaches people where they are without demanding high bandwidth, expensive devices, or sophisticated digital literacy. It's simple. So when you combine SMS with AI, that becomes very dynamic. It becomes personalized. It becomes intelligent touch point. And it is going to be capable of transforming the digital life of the people as well. Now, so why we talk about AI and SMS? Because this is one breakthrough for digital engagement, I must say. SMS is already universal. We all know about that. Now, AI can turn this SMS into a powerful engine for inclusion. The first thing I would like to say is simplicity meets intelligence. See, SMS does not require internet. It works on the most basic phone. You can have simple phone itself, and messages can be delivered instantly at scale and at a very low cost. So AI adds layers of intelligence, like I must say, you can have tailored messages to individual needs. You can have you can analyze user behavior. You can detect sentiments or distress. You can adapt the complexity of language. So all this combination, simple interface, powerful backend, and that's what makes AI SMS system become more effective. Let me give you one example about maternal health in Kenya. See, a maternal health program in Kenya, they used AI-assisted SMS reminder for antenatal appointments. So the results were quite striking. Missed appointments dropped very highly, and attendance increased by 23%. And all it took was personalized reminders, health tips adjusted to the mother's pregnancy stage. Then we had also automatic escalations, that is when messages showed worry or any kind of uncertainty. So this is inclusion in action, that is technology reaching women who may have no internet, no apps, and no time to visit clinics for information. So that's quite acceptable. Now we have education. There was one example, education in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, AI-supported SMS modules, they were used to teach 10-minute lessons to rural students during school closures. So the system analyzed students' responses and automatically changed the difficulty level. And it also gave the students the feeling that children from low income and rural background, they did not fall behind, despite it was with a limited connectivity. So there are many examples like this, agriculture, farmers receive AI-generated SMS alerts about pest outbreaks, rainfall change, everything. And even farmers with low literacy, they were supported through, short, simple messages, local language translation, and all this. So these examples around the world, it shows that AI-enabled SMS is not just a communication tool. It is a development tool. It's a health tool. It's an education tool. It is, above all, it is a tool for empowerment. Now, how AI enhances SMS engagement? AI brings several capabilities that dramatically it's going to strengthen the SMS engagement. One is natural language processing. NLP, or natural language processing, it allows SMS to be translated into local languages like Creole for us. There are other languages in different countries. Another, it is going to be simplified for low literacy users. It can be, culturally adapted to local norms. So let's take one example, a message reading, commerce antibiotic therapy. Now, this can be simplified by NLP to say, start your medicine today, take one tablet in the morning and one in the evening. Quite simple. Then we have conversational SMS agents. So these are AI-driven chatbots. They actually respond to keywords or full sentences through SMS. Like you do not need an app. Users, what they do is they text a short question and they receive the, basic answers. So you take, for example, a farmer can ask, my rice has brown spots. What do I do? So AI is going to analyze the question, identifies the problem, what is the probable disease, and sends quick instruction. Another example, mother can ask, when is my baby's next vaccine? So the system retrieves her record and sends a reminder. Then we do have the predictive modeling, that is AI maps patterns from thousands of users and to detect risk groups, identify who is likely to drop out of school. Maybe it can flag mental health distress. It can forecast many of this. In my own work on digital well-being and AI ethics, early warning systems using message patterns, these things have shown potential in supporting student mental health without requiring smartphones or internet-based apps. Then, of course, we know about adaptive timing. AI studies the timing of user engagement. So if someone is, let's assume, typically read message at night, the system can schedule messages accordingly. So this improve actually response rates, and it also ensure that content, what they are receiving, they feel personalized. Next thing I would like to talk about is like the fourth one, why AI SMS tools are transformative for women. So see, we must acknowledge that digital exclusion, it has a gender dimension. So across Africa, Asia, Latin America, and all this places, region, women are statistically less likely to own a smartphone, more likely to use shared or second-hand devices. These are surveys, okay? So less likely to have independent mobile data, less likely to undergo formal digital training, and they are more vulnerable to online harms, making them cautious about digital space. So AI SMS system, it counter these constraints in many ways. One is by privacy and safety. So SMS obviously to offers privacy for sensitive issues. In South Africa, women facing gender-based violence, they can text coded keywords to initiate help. So AI detects risk patterns and immediately links them to the responders. Then also we have affordability. So SMS can be zero rated or extremely low cost. So government and telecom frequently, they subsidize such messaging because the societal benefit is really high. Then also we can talk about access without ownership. See, in many households, women borrow devices. SMS system, they do not require personal profiles, download, or any login. So this makes it possible for women who use borrowed funds to still receive critical information. Then we talk about the last part probably is about governance, ethics, and how we go forward. The next slide. That is governance, ethics, and yes. So see, as powerful these AI tools are, so they must be designed responsibly. AI SMS engagement system, I must say, they should follow global ethical framework, NIST AI risk management framework, which was in 2023. Then we do have the UNESCO AI ethics recommendation 2021. Then you do have IEEE ethical standards, EU AI Act. So it has to follow this global ethical framework that's currently existing. There are ethical pillars that we must abide to. One is consent, privacy, fairness, transparency. So these ethical pillars like consent, SMS system should clearly state why messages are sent and allow easy option out. That should be there. Privacy, minimum data collection and secure storage should be given. Fairness, AI model, it has to be trained on diverse linguistic and demographic data. I understand it is so huge, but of course we need to cater for under a particular country. They can cater for the diverse linguistic in that particular country and they can tailor them. Then we have transparency. See, users should know if automated decision, whether it's guiding them, the messages that they receive. So to consolidate these principles, I propose the inclusive AI SMS quadrant. One is access, when I say affordable, available, network agnostic. Then it should be comprehensibility. That is messages that respect language, that respect culture, that respect literacy. It has to be having the factor of engagement. When I say engagement, I mean to say interaction, personalization, and dialogue. And the fourth factor I want for inclusive AI SMS, I would say, is the trust, that is safety, transparency, and user control. So when these four dimensions work together, AI SMS system become not just inclusive, but actually empowering. So if I have to summarize the whole thing, the future of digital inclusion, it will be shaped not only by those high-end robotics or high-end AI architecture, but also by how intelligently we can use low-tech infrastructure. AI-enabled SMS engagement is actually a bridge between, connecting advanced innovation with the everyday realities. That's from my side. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
I think
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, Chair, we could not hear.
Can you hear me now? I'm the first speaker.
Okay,
Yes,
Dr. Laloo, I was saying that we'll have a question and answer time, I think, at the end, right?
yes, at the end.
Oh, that was the end of the session, or it's now?
Yes. At the end of the session of all the speakers.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Okay,
okay.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Thank you.
a lot, Dr. Sheeba Armoogum, for this insightful and detailed presentation. Let us now welcome our next speaker, Engineer Mahganj Durra from the United Arab States, Emirates. She's an educator and AI specialist, deeply engaged in data analytics, emerging technologies, and empowering women through mentorship and education. Today, she will present AI as a catalyst for women's innovation and entrepreneurship. Please welcome Engineer Mahganj Durra.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Mahganj Durra, Bahraini, from ALMAN University in the United Arab Emirates, and I'm honored to represent the Arab region in today's global conversation. In this session, I'll be focusing on how AI acts as a true catalyst for women innovation and entrepreneurship. AI is giving women new opportunities to create, lead, and build solutions in ways that were not possible before, especially in the Arab region. Here's a quick overview of what I'll be covering today. First, we will look how AI empowers women engineers and expand their opportunities. Then, we will explore how AI acts as a catalyst for women's innovation and entrepreneurship. I'll share also key tools that support women-led tech solutions, followed by a real example from the Arab region. And finally, I'll highlight how UAE is playing a strong role in supporting women and in AI field. In Arab region, AI is doing more than that, just automating the task or improving efficiency. It's opening doors for women, for creativity, especially with Gen AI. AI is giving women the ability to innovate, to lead projects and create business events without large term or teams or advanced funding, and as well it saves women's time. It's helping women to overcome traditional barriers and giving them the tools to turn their ideas into real solutions, and implement them in real world. AI is transforming every part of our society, yet women are still underrepresented in technical leadership, as Dr. Nassirah already highlighted this point. The powerful thing is that AI actually removes many traditional barriers for women. And since the Arab region is adopting AI rapidly, this creates the major opportunity for women engineers to lead the next wave of innovation. In the Arab region, we are seeing a very encouraging transformation. First, we have a high female enrollment in STEM universities across the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, and many Arab countries. Women are not only entering engineering programs, they are excelling in them. Second, several countries, including UAE, KSA, Qatar, have launched strong national AI strategies. These strategies create real opportunities for women, encouraging them to participate encouraging for women engineers to participate in innovation, research, and in leadership roles. Third, we are also witnessing a rise in engineering-driven startups led by women. Many of these startups integrate AI in areas such as sustainability, healthcare, education, startups, businesses. And finally, government across the region are investing heavily in innovation, in AI, in women leadership. Here we will be talking how AI empowers women engineers in their daily work. First, AI helps them to prototype ideas. Engineers basically they need to prototype their ideas, and AI is helping us to prototype our ideas much faster. What used to take days, now we can do it in seconds, minutes, even hours if it's a big project with help of Gen AI. AI automates many repetitive engineer tasks, gives us more time to focus on more creativity and problem-solving tasks. than the boring or time-consuming tasks. AI tools allow women to analyze data quickly and accurately, supporting smart decisions. AI also reduces the resource needed to build solutions, making innovation more accessible for all women. And more importantly, AI gives women flexible to work remotely and balance their responsibility. This is the most important part for the woman to balance the responsibility of the social life, family life, as well the career. Now let's look how AI tools actually transform engineering work. We now have AI designs assistants that help engineers to create, edit, optimize instantly. Someone is always with you. We also have predictive analysis tools that forecast performance, detect risk, and as well tell us how our trends are going and if there is outlier in our data or not. Simulation and modeling tools powered by AI makes it possible to test solutions virtually without needing physical prototype. Physical prototypes are really costable and it will take a lot of time and money, but with our simulation tools with AI, we can do it very smoothly. Tools like ChatGPT, Gemini support engineers with research, documentation, and idea generation. Now, Power BI is having a great tool which is called Quick Insight, which will help us to analyze our data, which would let us to look at the trends that we've never thought, or outliers, or if there is risk coming that we are not seeing in our data. It will help us to detect them very fast. And GitHub acts like a coding partner. For before, if there was a coding error, we used to take days to figure out what is the error. Now with GitHub and other tool, we can optimize our code much faster. All these tools mean that women engineers can innovate with less friction, less time, less cost, far more effective efficiency. AI is opening doors for women engineers across many sectors, from manufacturing and clean energy to health tech, smart homes, e-commerce automations. With AI automating and simplifying complex tasks, women can now turn their technical skills into scalable startups more easily than ever before. Across the Arab region, we are already seeing powerful example of women engineers using AI to build their real solutions. In the UAE, women are leading AI-powered sustainability design projects and launching tech startups that focus on smart cities and green innovation. In Saudi Arabia, women engineers are in the front of robotics and medical technology ventures, creating devices and systems powered by AI. In Egypt, also, female engineers have developed AI enabled tutoring platforms. As well, in Bahrain, women are using AI tools to scale their engaging consultations, automating analysis, improving design, and reaching new clients. As well, building businesses with using the AI. These examples shows that when women have access to AI, they don't just practice, they lead. AI is reshaping the skills women engineers need today, giving women the ability to build apps without coding, automating parts of product development, and making better engineering decision using the data and analyzing the data very easily and smoothly. It helps women to integrate AI into their business ideas and compete globally, even with very limited resources. Even with all the progress we are seeing today, women engineers still face several real challenges, as Dr. Nasra already mentioned, and that first, access to funding. Women-led projects often receive less support, to be honest. Second, women are still underrepresented in leadership positions, which limits visibility and influences, of course. Many women struggle to find strong mentors who understand their journey. We also can't ignore the time pressure many women face balancing work and family and personal commitments. Lastly, the gender bias still exists in many engineering environments, especially. These challenges are real, But what's inspiring is that AI is helping us to break through many of them. AI really helped us to break many of the challenges that we are facing today as women. AI removes major barriers from women engineers by automating heavy tasks, reducing need of big team, giving global visibility, speeding up prototype, and offering flexible online lessons. It's truly leveling up the field. In the UAE, we are truly fortunate, to be honest, to live a country that treats AI as the national priority. We are the one of the few countries in the world where there is a dedicated Minister of Artificial Intelligence. And AI education is becoming mandatory. It's already from this year, it's mandatory for across all the sectors, many sectors from all government schools, all government universities, even the government training. There is a mandatory course for AI. The UAE is also one of the biggest investors in AI in the region. And the investment is not only in building technology, it's opening a door for women. UAE policies strongly support women in leadership and technical position that is very visible for us. And today we see female engineers leading projects in engineer, health, space, and advanced technology. At the end, I want to tell that AI is not, if the AI is the technology of the future, then women are the leaders of the future. In the Arab region, and especially in UAE, we are not waiting for a chance. We are not waiting for the change. We are creating it already. The change is being created by women. And together we build a generation where every woman, every engineer, and every entrepreneur has the freedom, the tools, and the power to turn their ideas to real. Thank you so much.
Very well said, Engineer Mahganj Durra. Thank you for this informative presentation. We now look for the next speaker. Our next speaker is Engineer Jess Vun Wey Tyng. Engineer Jess Vun Wey Tyng is a veteran engineer with over 30 years of experience in engineering, sustainability, ESG leadership, and innovation strategy. She has held numerous national and international leadership roles and is a strong advocate for gender equality, gender equity, and innovation in engineering. Her topic is bridging the gaps, mentorship, funding, and gender bias in innovation. Please welcome Engineer Jess Vun. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Can I just share myself? Can I share this screen myself?
Okay, you want to share the screen? Is it okay?
Is it
Phyllis?
myself? Is it okay?
Yes, okay, you can share your screen.
Okay, this is mine, right? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. And thank you for the opportunity to represent the vibrant engineering community of Malaysia. Okay, oops. Right. Today, we are tackling a critical issue, how to bridge a divide that prevents brilliant women engineers from reaching their full potential for innovation and leadership. Okay. Imagine a brilliant idea, one that can solve a local problems here in Malaysia or other country, create jobs and drive our economy forward. Now picture that idea in the mind of a talented women engineer. What stands in her way? It's often not lack of talent, but the three persistent gaps that her idea falls through: the mentorship gap, the funding gap, and the shadow of gender bias. The previous speaker have also touched on these three topics. Let's quickly diagnose the three critical gaps so that we can understand them is a first step to solve them. First, the mentorship gap. The issue isn't lack of a willing mentors, but the lack of access to the mentors who truly understand the unique journey of a woman engineer. It's about finding someone who can navigate or who has navigated the same challenges. Without this relatable guidance, careers can stop and also confidence can waver. So let's talk a little bit about Malaysia. The nature mentorship gap in Malaysia. The gap isn't just about the lack of any mentors, but the lack of the right kind of mentors. Lack of senior female role models. There are fewer women in the top tier positions in venture capitals, large corporations, and as successful serial entrepreneurs. This creates a scarcity of the mentors who can directly navigate the specific challenge of being a woman in leadership. Network homophily. So the old boys clubs still stand, okay? So it exists globally, and Malaysia is no exception. People naturally mentor and sponsor those who are like them in a male-dominated investment and corporate landscape. This inherently disadvantages women. So quality over quantity. Access to a casual advisor may be possible, but access to a high-quality, committed, and influential sponsor, those who will actively advocate for you and open doors, is much rarer for women. So, and also the cultural factors come in. In some more traditional setting, cultural dynamics might make it less common for a senior male executive to mentor a junior female colleague, or for women to proactively seek out such a relationship further limit the opportunity. Okay. So the efforts to bridge the gap. So in recognize the gap, this is what have happened here in Malaysia. So there are structural mentorship organizations such as Women in Technology, She Loves Tech, etc. run the formal structure program that pairs the mentees and mentors for a set period, removing the ambiguity and access barrier. So the corporate initiative, many large Malaysian companies are now implementing internal diversity and inclusion program that include mentorship and sponsorship components for high potential women. So the government backing agency like Malaysia GIC and Cradle actively curate panels of mentors for their cohort, ensuring that funded startups get access to guidance. So then come to the funding gap. So the statistic for Malaysia tell a somewhat different, though still challenging story. The landscape for women entrepreneurs in Malaysia is more promising than the global 2% figure, but significantly gender gap did come in. So why is Malaysia's figure higher? The several factors contribute to Malaysia's relatively better performance. First of all, the strong government institution support. Agency like Cradle Fund, Malaysia Venture Capital Management Berhad, and Bencana Capital have specific mandates and programs to support women entrepreneurs. Okay, for example, Cradle's My Women program is specifically designed to fund women-led tech startup. So active ecosystem builder organizations like Women in Tech, Malaysia, She Loves Tech, and various accelerator programs actively mentor, network, and showcase women entrepreneurs, create a more supportive environment. Cultural and social economic factors. A high percentage of women in Malaysia graduate from STEM fields, and the workforce creating a higher pipeline of potential female founders. So the narrative in Malaysia is one of a cautious optimism. Significant institutional efforts have created a more inclusive ecosystem, resulting in a higher funding percentage than the global average. However, the goal remains to achieve the true parity, where women-led startups have equal access to the large-scale capital needed to become market-leading giants. So we talk about gender gap, bias gap. The silent corrosive impact of gender bias is the profit again burden. So the constant need to demonstrate competence is when a technical opinion is questioned until a male colleague repeats it. This bias differs the innovation at its source by eroding the confidence and capability of the innovator. The gender gap in Malaysia is best described as a paradox. The country have achieved near perfect gender parity in education. Yet this success has not translated into economic and political empowerment. I can tell you that most universities, there are more female, sometimes there are more female students than male students in the class, okay? This indicates that barriers are no longer about access to opportunity, but about deeply embedded structure and cultural biases. So our tools for change, that's where AI comes in. But there's our hope. The theme of our webinar is AI-driven innovation. Isn't just about the products we create. It's about the tools we use to build a fairer system. AI, if designed and guided with equity in mind, can be the very bridge that spans these gaps. So AI solution 1, smart mentorship. For the mentorship gap, imagine AI-powered platform. These aren't simple database. It should not be just databases. They are smart systems that can match a young engineer, let's say in Malaysia, with a seasoned leader in Silicon Valley, based on the specific skills, career goals, and even personality. It demonstrates access and creates a dynamic global support network of 24/7. Then AI solution 2, unbiased funding. To tackle the funding gap, we can use AI to debias the investment process. Imagine an algorithm that analyzes a pitch deck, focusing solely on the merit of the idea, the size of the market, and the strength of the team, completely blind to the founder's agenda. This, combined with the platforms that connect women directly to gender-lens investors, can level the playing field. Then the AI solution 3, illuminating the bias. And for the invisible enemy of bias, AI can be our spotlight. Tools can now scan performance review for biased language or analyze company policies for inclusivity. But a critical warning, you must have women engineers at the table designing this AI system. If we don't, we risk backing all biases into the new technology. We must be co-creator. And now, our corrective call to action. So what do we do? Technology is just a tool. We provide the wheel, and this is a collective call to action. So for the industrial leader here today, invest and implement these AI tools. Be the champions within your organization. To the academia and policymakers, we need you to create curricula and incentives that support women-led ventures and equitable AI. And to my fellow women engineers, let's be fearless. Let's use this platform, seek out funding bravely, and ensure we are in the room where these powerful AI tools are being built. Let's be the mentors that we wish we had. In conclusion, the gates are real, but they are not our destiny. By harnessing AI with intention and integrity, we can build a bridge that leads to the future where every woman engineer has the mentorship, funding, and fair shot that she deserves to lead, to innovate, and to build a better world for all of us. Thank you. So please get in touch with me. I love to get to know you more. You can take the contact from the screen. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you a lot, engineers Jess Vun, for this excellent presentation and for sharing clear insights. Our next speaker for today is Engineer Lensa Kebede Guta. Engineer Lensa Kebede Guta is a civil engineer and MBA professional with strong experience in digital systems and engineering project support. She actively contributes to empowering future women engineers through community engagement and advocacy. And she will speak on women engineers leading startups and emerging tech ventures. Let us please welcome Engineer Lensa Kebede Guta. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you so much for Doctor. to introduce me this and give me this opportunity. I'm passionate about empowering women engineers and promoting inclusive innovation in tech and engineering space. I'm very happy to be here today to share my insight and women engineering lead startup and emerging tech venture. First, let me introduce why AI technologies matters. There are 4 AI technology matters for me. There is a transformation industry, enhancing efficiency and also problem solving and new opportunity. For transforming industry, AI is reshaping engineering and construction and business landscape. For the second of enhancing efficiency, make work faster and safe and more efficiency across sectors. For the problem solving, helping engineers tackle complex challenges with superior data insight. The last one is new opportunity for opening new pathway for innovating and startup creation. For those of why matters, there is a challenge for women engineering. There are 4 challenges in women engineering. The first one is funding and supporting, limiting access to capital and business assistance. The second one is mentorship and networking, sacrificing for mentors and professional connection. The third one is bias and representation, the gender bias and low resources to take off leadership and roles. The last one is digital skill access, and unique access to be essential digital skills and new tools. For those women's lead tech innovation, there is 4 of women lead tech innovated. The first one is health and education. This is creating AI-based solution for critical and social needs. For robotics and smart techs, launching venture and cutting edge and robotic intelligent systems. The third one is safety and inclusive, the designing of digital system for enhancing safety and planning and inclusivity. The last one is the community service. This leading us the platforms that significantly improve public services. For those of the key lesson for success of women funders, there are 6 success of women funders. The first one is identifying a problem. There is a pinpoint real everyday issues that need solving. The second one is leveraging technology, using AI or tech to create simple and effective solution. The third one is building diverse teams, assemble team within various skills and perspective. The fourth one is supporting actively, fuels mentorship and collaborate with opportunity. The fifth one is data-driven improvement. This is utilize the data to refine and enhancing idea continuously. The last one is staying agile to remaining flexible as a technology evolving rapidly. For those of the digital tools will be in the engineering. So that is the monitoring the project in the real time, the improving planning and resourcing management, predicting, risking and challenging earlier. The third one is the strengths and decision making with an accurate data. Fourth, the last one is supporting safe and construction of operation. How this will be how women can start in AI techs. There are so many steps of how women can start this. The first one is starting with a problem, focusing on an issue you are passionate about this. The second one is explore AI tools, like utilizing the friendly AI tools, not coding needed. The third one is creating the prototype, for developing a simple concept or initial models. The fourth one is joining the communities, engaging with engineering and innovative networks. The fifth one is seeking training, the looking incubator, trainings and mentorship. The last one is learning the continuous staying update as a technology rapidly advanced. For those of opportunity area for women's engineering, there are 5 steps for opportunity area with women engineering. The first one is smart construction. This is the digital site management and advanced building technology. The digital inclusivity, creating the mobile and AI SMS system for broad-end accesses. For AI project tools, scheduling, cost control and safety tools powered by AI. For robotics, for automatics, the enhancing efficiency and safety through automated operation. For the last is smart of infrastructure, developing intelligence roads and waters and engineering system. For my conclusion, I conclude that leading startup for women engineering passion that vision to lead powerful ventures. For the second one is innovated engineering, bringing fresh idea and perspective into the field. The third one is the community solution. This is creating impactful solution that benefits the community. For the last VB, I conclude for inspiring the next generation. This is motivates the future generation for the girls in the STEM. So this is all about my insights. For if you have any question, I will like to answer. Thank you for giving me this chance.
Thank you, Engineer Lensa. We're going to take the questions afterwards. Thank you again for this detailed presentation. Let us welcome our final speaker. Our final speaker is Jeanette Southwood from Canada, a globally recognized engineering leader, sustainability champion, and vice president at Engineers Canada. Her work has influenced national policy, engineering leadership frameworks, and capacity building pathways for women in STEM. She will speak on building support systems through AI upskilling, mentorship, and partnership. Please join me in welcoming Jeanette Southwood. Thank you. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Nassirah, and hello, everyone. Today, as Nassirah mentioned, I will be, could you go one slide back, please? I'll be presenting on inclusive innovation ecosystems and capacity building in the AI era. Next slide, please. The roles of engineers in Canada and global AI leadership and building support systems through AI upskilling, mentoring, and partnerships. So you'll see on this overview slide that I'll be sharing some background about my organization, Engineers Canada, about artificial intelligence, economic and social transformation, about inclusive innovation and capacity building, engineers and AI in Canada, and engineering practice resources for AI as an engineering tool. The next slide, please. So my organization, Engineers Canada, is the national organization of the 12 provincial and territorial engineering regulators that regulate engineering practice and license the more than 330,000 members of the engineering profession in Canada. On this slide, you'll see the logos of all 12 of our regulators. We are guided by our vision statement, which is the very last sentence that you see on this slide. It is that we advance Canadian engineering through national collaboration. The next slide, please. Engineers Canada's work is focused on 10 core purposes, and they are listed here. We accredit undergraduate engineering programs. We facilitate and foster working relationships between and among our 12 regulators. We provide services and tools that enable the assessment of engineering qualifications, foster excellence in engineering practice and regulation, and facilitate the mobility of practitioners within Canada and also outside of Canada. We offer national programs. We advocate to Canada's federal government. We actively monitor, research, and advise on changes and advances that impact the Canadian regulatory environment and the engineering profession. We manage risks and opportunities associated with mobility of work and practitioners internationally. We foster recognition of the value and contribution of the profession to society and spark interest in the next generation of professionals. We promote equity, diversity, and inclusion in the profession so that it reflects Canadian society. And finally, we protect any words, marks, designs, slogans, logos, or any literary or other work, as the case may be, pertaining to the engineering profession or to its objects. The next slide, please. On this slide, you'll see an image from our 2025 to 2029 strategic plan. So I just shared the 10 main areas in which we work. Engineers Canada has also identified 5 strategic directions as part of our 5-year strategic plan. 5-year strategic plan kicked off in January of this year. The 5 areas of focus are shown on this slide. They are realizing a fuller awareness of engineers, that is, raising the awareness of engineering and engineers within the public, realizing accreditation and academic assessments, realizing our role in sustainability, realizing an inclusive profession, and realizing a fuller awareness of engineers, and realizing a stronger federation. So let's go to our next slide. Around the world, as my fellow presenters have mentioned and have described, AI is rapidly reshaping the economy and society. All of us in this meeting know, and we have seen, that AI has the potential to facilitate inclusion. But AI also has the potential to exacerbate inequality and exclusion. We believe that frameworks, including regulatory frameworks, that harness the benefits of AI while protecting the public from harm are critical. With new AI systems come new economic and social risks, including risks related to dominance and exclusion, where systems lack inclusive design. Engineers have an important role to play in safeguarding the public and the public interest, and in many places, governments and engineering regulators have an important role to play in safeguarding the public interest through regulation. The next slide, please. Perfect, thank you. As we know, engineers are increasingly faced with choices about when and how to utilize AI tools in the course of their practice. In Canada, engineering regulators are responding to these questions. Shown on this slide are guides created by two of our regulators. A regulator in the province of British Columbia created the Practice Advisory on the Use of AI in Professional Engineering Practice. And our regulator in the province of Alberta created the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Alberta's Practice Notice on the Use of AI. I'm happy to have these links shared with you in the chat after my presentation. I should mention here that these guidelines address the use of AI tools by engineers and geoscientists, but not the development of AI systems by engineers. Next slide, please. In addition, in Canada, our 12 provincial and territorial regulators define the practice of engineering in their jurisdictions. And we know that Canada's framework is not the same as other frameworks around the world. Today, I'm sharing an example of what is done here in Canada. Where activities related to AI meet the definition of engineering practice, they must be performed by licensed engineers. Certain uses of AI may pose risks to public safety, particularly when deployed as tools, products, or for other uses throughout the economy and society. Here in Canada, engineers and their professional self-regulatory framework can help to ensure that these tools are deployed safely in the public interest. The example listed on this slide focuses on artificial intelligence technology in automated and connected vehicles, and this is also a link that will be shared after my presentation. The next slide, please. Next slide, please. There should be a slide titled Innovation, Inclusive Innovation and Capacity Building.
Sorry, I clicked the link that was in the slide. Let me.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks, Enyonam. I'll just wait until that slide comes up.
Okay. Oops, shit.
I'll continue, Enyonam, and then I'll just wait. And then I'm sure the slide will come out momentarily. Perfect. Thank you so much. Equity, diversity, and inclusion in engineering means engaging the best minds of the profession. We all know that. AI's economic and social transformation are increasing the demand for diverse engineering talent to drive inclusive design. As a profession around the world, engineers are well positioned to bring diverse perspectives into the AI innovation ecosystem. The expertise of engineers is essential to build capacity to deploy AI tools in safe, effective, and inclusive ways. One example of inclusive AI and of the way engineers can lead on building inclusive systems is shown on this slide. If you click on the link, you will learn more about creating in-person and virtual safe spaces, cultivating inclusive environments where participants can develop the skills, confidence, and networks necessary to thrive, as well as meetups, conferences, and digital communities to provide opportunities for learning, mentorship, and professional growth, focusing on mentorship and coaching, networking, and community building. This echoes the findings and recommendations of some of my fellow presenters. The next slide, please. All of these are necessary to create and sustain inclusive innovation ecosystems and capacity building in the AI era. Next slide, please. So thank you, everyone. I'd encourage you to keep in touch. My contact information is on the screen, along with details about contact information for Engineers Canada. You'll see my links on LinkedIn, on Instagram, and on Blue Sky. Feel free to connect with me in any of those places. And then once again, thank you, and back to you, Nassirah.
Thank you, Jeanette, for this wonderful presentation. Now it's time, I thank all the speakers. Your work continues to shape a more equitable, inclusive, and innovative engineering future. We are now going to open the question and answer session to the audience. You can now ask your questions. If your questions are dedicated to a particular speaker, you may mention the speaker together with your question. Thank you. Okay, the first one is a note of thanks from Sulaiha from Bangladesh. I'm feeling privileged for being invited and being part of the WFEO. Thanks for empowering us women. Thank you for this nice message. The second is from Isibap Aipo. The question here is the question coming from how we proceed. Maybe Chair, the speakers can check the question, and if they feel like, because we have no mention of the speaker here, the speakers can check the question and then answer.
It says autonomous.
Maybe if it's not it's anonymous, yeah. Should I read the question if it's not clear?
You can read the question. I think so.
Okay, this is a question coming from Isibap. Engineering Capacity Building for Africa program is a 10-year WFEO initiative that aims to strengthen engineering and digital skills across the African continent with a growing focus on AI-related training for engineers. ICIBAP is currently rolling out AI-related engineering trainings across Africa based on local technical needs identified through our ongoing survey. From your perspective, how can we design these trainings to be more inclusive and more supportive of women engineers engaging in AI-driven innovation and entrepreneurship? How can we design trainings to be more inclusive and more supportive of women engineers engaging in AI-driven innovation and entrepreneurship? From the speakers, we have one speaker who will take up this question.
Okay, Nassirah, can I may try to attempt the
yes,
question.
Yes, okay,
yeah.
Dr.
So actually the question is about how can they design these training to be more inclusive and more supportive of women engineers engaging in those innovation. Yes, as I said, women are, underrepresented in many places. The first thing to make it more inclusive is to have very in-depth study about the women in the region. Like you have said that there is a survey being conducted, right? So it is like, as I said, it is important to design according to the region-wise. For example, we find that the examples I gave, like for example, we find that women are underrepresented and they don't have access to mobile data. So the telecommunication, they can design in such a way to bring it down or give access to the system, be accessible to women in a way that they can access that, they can get the data what is required with low cost. In your case, you can make it inclusive by having a good analysis on the different women engineers who are not being inclusive, and based on what have a thorough survey done with a good questionnaire and find out what make it less inclusive. And having these data, you can design your system to include them, make it become more supportive. I think it depends upon the survey you're going to conduct on women engineers who are underrepresented. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Armoogum. I hope this answers the question.
Yes, and
Let's take the
Dr.
next.
Laloo,
Yes.
Dr. Laloo, at the end of this, I mean, in a few minutes, you are going to launch a survey for members, and I believe from that survey results, we'll be able to determine the needs of the females regarding AI training.
Yes. And in fact, the survey will serve as a study as well to see where the improvement, what can be done, and suggestions as well. Yes.
So the Engineering Capacity Building Africa program, we will also share with you the results of the survey as well.
Thank you, Chair. We move to the next question. The next question is from Zulma Paudo from Colombia. How do you think must be the learning of docents of AI in higher education for these challenges? They say typing any speaker, if you understand this question, it's I think there's typing in this one. How do you think must be the learning for docents of AI on higher education for these challenges? The challenges maybe that was addressed in the different speeches.
I think our speaker from Arab region mentioned some of the.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay, what I believe, actually, I didn't understand the question very well, but what I believe, I will tell you what I understand from the question. What I understand from the question, docent needs hand-on AI training. We cannot, AI training not should be on what they call it, on theory base. Should be on hand-on. We should know how to use AI, how to use the prompt engineering very well, how to apply the AI in real life. For example, we had challenges of funding. We had challenges. If we need a team, which cost us a lot to pay for their salary. In AI, we don't need a team. AI is our team. Even there is many applications, we do not need to subscribe it. Also, the funding issue has been solved. Time limit. Sometimes we need to be home. We cannot go out because of our family. AI is available everywhere. If you need help, anything, it will save a lot of your time by doing the repetitive task for you. If you need an idea, for example, if you're busy with a lot of things, AI, how it will help you? It can give you several ideas. It will brainstorm for you everything. With generative AI, these things become very easy. The traditional AI was to create what they call it, to work on repetitive tasks and all. But with generative AI, we can build completely a new thing, completely a new video, new application using AI without anyone's help. If what I understand, they are asking how to face these, how AI can solve these challenges. So I believe AI can solve it in many ways that I've mentioned, saving our time by doing several of our repetitive tasks, by brainstorming, by saving our time.
Yes, I think this answers the question. Thank you a lot, Engineer Mahganj. Our last one, we have a note of thank you for all nice, informative and inspiring session. Best wishes to all. Thank you again. It's from Ghana, US. Okay, we are behind time. Now we have 10 minutes more before closing. We have the survey. We're going to launch the survey. For this, I'm going to call for Deputy Vice Chair of Theme 2, Jitu Kebede, and she's going to give an overview of the survey, and she will do the launch of the WFEO Theme 2 Global Survey and another more specific survey, and she will present the goal, the methodology, and explain about the survey. Thank you. The floor is yours, Jitu.
Good afternoon and good evening. And I will introduce our survey for global survey, Women Engineering in Entrepreneurship, Exploring Experience, Challenges and Opportunities in Innovation and AI. First of all, the global survey we do the first purpose of the survey, understanding women engineering experience in entrepreneurship. The second, identify challenges and opportunities. The third one, explore how AI supports women's lead innovations. The fourth and the last one, inform future WFEO programs and initiatives. The second one question, regions of participants, African, Europe, Asia, Pacific, Middle East, American, and others. The third one is professional status, if they are students, early career, middle career, senior professionals, and entrepreneurs. The fourth question we prepared for the engineering field and entrepreneurship interests. The choose for these questions, participants in engineering or technologies fields, have they started or considered businesses, shows the level of engagement in innovations. And the fifth one questions, motivation for entrepreneurship. We prepare the choosing for solving problems, innovations, independences, creating jobs, community impacts. The sixth one is main barriers and challenges, funding, mentorship, gender bias, time limitation, techniques or AI resources. The seven one is familiarity with AI technologies, how they are very familiar, somewhat familiar, not familiar. The eighth one question is AI supported and need opportunities, how AI can help us improve productivities, enable innovations, support digital startups, enhance decision making. The ninth one is needed support, mentorship, training, funding, networking, visible or exploration. So this is all the questions we prepared, and we can fill the forms. Thank you.
Thank you. That was from Jitu. She has in fact led major engineering and infrastructure projects while advocating for women's advancement in the field. Thank you again, Engineer Jitu. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have distinguished speakers and participants. As we conclude today's session, I would like to express sincere appreciation to all our speakers for the depth, diversity, and inspiration you brought to the different discussions. We heard a remarkable perspective from AI-driven entrepreneurship, cybersecurity experts like inclusive innovation, mentorship, gaps, and national strategies that shape the future of engineering. Each experience shared today reflected one common message. Women are not only participating in engineering, they are leading, innovating, and redefining the future. Across all presentations, a few themes stood out clearly. First, AI is not just a technology. Second, although progress exists, of course, we have key challenges as well that persist. Third, collaboration is essential. Today's session reminds us that capacity building and leadership are not optional, they are strategic priorities if we want a future that is equitable and innovation. I extend heartfelt thanks to all our speakers, participants, organizers, and let's we leave the floor for final comments to Professor LEONG Wai. The floor is yours, Professor.
Yeah, I would like to share my slide. Okay. Can you see my slide? Okay. A very good afternoon, good morning, good evening to ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the World Federation's engineering organizations, Women in Engineering Committee, we would like to address and convey our sincere appreciations to all the guests here, speakers, panelists, and all the members from all over the world. In conclusion, based on the sharing by the distinguished panelists, these are the reflections on today's journey. As a woman in engineering, AI is the current trend. We need to know how to design the AI solutions for the real social and environmental challenges. So as an entrepreneur, the startup and the innovation teams are very important. And based on the sharing from the panels, we realized that ethical and inclusive AI system is going to reflect the diverse community. Last but not the least, we need mentor. A good mentor can nurture the next generations of women in STEM and entrepreneurship. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move forward. We call all the women engineers here and the future engineers and women entrepreneurs to claim your space in AI. The current trend is how we could enhance our knowledge, entrepreneurship skills to harness the profit, the knowledge, the opportunity from AI. Please turn your idea into impact. Use your voice, speak up, and climb up as fast as you could. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance, and thank you for all the panelists, Women in Engineering committees for all the supports and the chance given to the speakers and the audience to benefit your future. Thank you very much. Wai Leong from Malaysia.
Thank you, Professor. Again, heartfelt thanks to all the speakers, participants, and organizers.
You want to take a picture?
Yes.
So if we can all turn on our cameras just for a picture. The picture is just for those who are, okay, I get it. It's just the okay. All right, thank you. I think we are not getting the participant screen.
It's fine. We can just take.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm done.
Thank you for your support. Yeah.
Thank you. Chair, you will take over from here, or we give a closing?
We are done. We are done.
Okay, yes. In fact, your presence, all of you, your presence today demonstrates commitment not only to engineering, but to a more inclusive future. Thank you, and let us continue working together to empower, uplift, and lead. Thank you.